gentlemen, I have picked up 4 new niche fragrances to add into my fragrance collection, and in this video I'm going to rank them from worst to best. Spoiler, all 4 of these fragrances are rated 9.5 out of 10 or higher on the men's improvement rating scale. So all of these fragrances are top tier in my opinion. Let's not waste any more time and let's begin. The first fragrance that I want to mention has a 9.5 out of 10 men's improvement rating, and that is Francesca Bianchi Tyger. Francesca Bianchi Tyger starts off with this very thick, dense, almost jammy but mostly very sweet honey accord combined with a peach accord and some white flowers at the top to give this fragrance somewhat of a honeyed peach feeling, while the white flowers clean up the scent profile to make this fragrance much more addictive and more pronounced. While whenever this fragrance gets to dry and develop, it becomes much darker with wood and leather in the base with some sandalwood to add some creaminess to the dark base, while withholding the dense, thick sweetness of the honey accord that is very pronounced throughout the whole lifetime of the fragrance. On my skin, I get 10 to 12 hours of longevity with around a meter of projection for around an hour or so, which then quickly becomes a mild skin scent. This is super addictive, sweet, dense, thick and super complex, and if you love peach fragrances, I definitely think Tyger is a must try from Francesca Bianchi. The quality for the money here is stunning. The second fragrance has a men's improvement rating of a 9.6 out of 10, and that is the notoriously infamous, possibly strongest fragrance of all time, followed by Kerosene. Followed by Kerosene has notes of coffee, caramel, amber, a vanilla accord and Madagascar vanilla. This is possibly the strongest fragrance ever created and definitely the strongest coffee fragrance ever. This smells of when you open a fresh bag of coffee and stick your head directly down in the coffee bag and giving the bag a good old sniff, picking up on the fresh coffee beans. My hypothesis to this fragrance being as strong as it is an overdose of an aroma chemical called caramel furanone, which by itself is super potent in small dosages, but I think it's cranked up to the maximum amount of legal dosage here with a pinch of vanilla absolute. Reason being is that whenever this fragrance gets to dry and has been on your skin for over 24 hours, it becomes slightly olive and curry like, which is not really appealing but not super disgusting in my opinion. And the reason being I think there's vanilla absolute in this is because vanilla absolute has some olive like compounds in its scent wise. If you want to stand out either in a positive or most likely in a negative way by the fragrance that you're wearing, then followed by Kerosene is definitely the strongest, most obnoxious but yet perfect fragrance for you. On my skin, I get 48 hours of longevity with floor filling projection. And I mean floor filling because this fills an entire floor, not room but floor, especially on my skin. One of my friends almost got kicked out of the mall because he smelled too strongly of coffee. Whenever he had 2 sprays on his hand, he wasn't even wearing the fragrance. For me, the experience was almost just like that. People around me could not smell anything else than followed. There was coffee everywhere. People could smell me everywhere from far away, from insane distances, and it was almost unbearable for people around me. The reason for this very high rating is because I think it's an insanely well executed fragrance that smells super realistically of coffee, while at the same time having unmatched out of this world longevity and projection, which I think is insanely well done here. And that was followed by Kerosene. The third fragrance I want to mention has a men's improvement rating of a 9.7 out of 10. I've recently featured this in my Dubai fragrance haul because I picked this up while in Dubai, and that is Sospiro Erba Oud. Erba Oud from Sospiro is this very strong oud fragrance with a lot of fruit molecules at the top. This reminds me of Serge of Erba Pura but with added oud in it. This is super pungent, fruity, strong, dense with a lot of fruit molecules at the top. Dirty oud in here brings out a beast that is either very liked or very hated. I personally love how unique this fragrance is. This is an oud fragrance with a lot of fruity nuances that really gives off this very pungent, unique scent profile. On my skin, I get 12 plus hours of longevity with 1 to 2 meters of projection. But not only that, I get very good sillage. People can definitely smell you while wearing this fragrance. Again, it's very divisive. Some people might think it's very barnyardy with a fruity touch, and I definitely understand that, but I just think it's so well executed and gives you this very fruity oud sensation that I think is very addictive and super challenging. I can highly recommend you at least give this fragrance a try, because I certainly can't get my nose off this one. And lastly, the fragrance with the highest mince improvement rating of a 9.8 out of 10 is Lorenzo Pazzaglia Sun-Gria. Sun-Gria is, in my opinion, a very unique take on their summer fragrance because it is sweet, fruity and boozy, but not in a typical way. It's boozy in a red wine way because it has a red wine accord and some fruity notes like grape, black currant and some citruses at the top to still make it somewhat fresh, but mostly a sweet red wine fragrance, which I think is super unique, interesting, addictive and really captivating. Whenever this fragrance gets to develop even more and gets to dry in the later stages of the longevity, it becomes even sweeter with a brown sugar accord and some vanilla as well. It's super complex, but at the same time it's so addictive, mass appealing, but still super interesting and unique. This has quickly become one of my go-to summer fragrances and one of my favorite releases from this year. On my skin, I get 12 to 15 hours of longevity. It really depends on how much I apply, but I consistently get over 12 plus hours of longevity with an arm's length of projection that becomes a mild but still noticeable skin scent. I simply can't recommend this fragrance enough, especially if you're looking for a summer fragrance that is fresh but mostly sweet and still mass appealing while at the same time being very unique. Gentlemen, what do you think of my 4 newest niche fragrance pickups? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Have you tried some of them, or are you looking forward to trying some of them? Leave your comments down below in the comment section. I would love to see your thoughts and opinions down there. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, fitness, watches, everything that will make you, gentlemen, the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things that I want to ask you, gentlemen, is to smile more because it's free, and I want you to watch these 2 videos right here. This one here below is going to be my latest upload, whereas this one up here is going to be a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you will enjoy.